It's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. Glad you're back with me tonight. We're going to be reading the next chapter from The Hermit of Mad River. Yesterday, they met those mean dogs, and DJ said he's going to do something about those dogs. Well, today's chapter 5, the newspaper editor's surprise. As the boys approached the city park with the sheriff's substation at the far end, DJ said, "Don't let me forget to find out if they'll let us visit Mr. Zering in jail. Maybe we can help him prove that he didn't plan to dynamite the dam." "You sure he's innocent?" "I'm positive. He's different, but I'm sure he'd never blow a dam up." "I don't know, DJ. Just because he found Hero when he was hurt and nursed him back to health doesn't necessarily mean..." The sentence was left unfinished as Thad Thorkel came across the front door of the sheriff's substation. Thad wore clean blue jeans and a light yellow windbreaker. He stopped and waited for DJ and Alfred to start up the steps. "Hi," Thad called. "What brings you two here?" DJ answered, "I could ask you the same thing. I was just telling the deputy that my father and I are planning to demonstrate against the dam, but that it will be peaceful." He abruptly changed the subject. "Say, where's Kathy?" DJ shrugged. "I haven't seen her today." "If you do," Thad replied, "tell her she's welcome to join the demonstration. You guys can come too if you want." "Thanks," DJ said without enthusiasm. Thad hurried across the city park. Alfred said, "He sure seems to think a lot about Kathy." DJ growled, "You know what, Alfred? Thad could be the bomber." "Now, DJ, I thought you suspected Bo and Rulin. Besides, Thad's not old enough to handle dynamite. His father is. I wouldn't put it past them to have planted those explosives in Mr. Zering's place so that he'd get blamed. Ah, DJ, they probably don't even know where the hermit lives. You're just upset with everybody because of Hero's condition." "No, Alfred, there's something about those Thorkels I don't like. I can't explain it, but I felt that way from the moment I saw them." "But they dress well and go to church," DJ interrupted. "Yeah, but what was it we memorized recently about false prophets that Paul the apostle mentioned?" "DJ, I'm surprised at you. You're really looking for far out things." DJ felt a momentary annoyance at his friend's candor. Then DJ took a deep breath and nodded. "Maybe you're right. Boy, I sure hope the Lord isn't upset with me, as I am with everybody, including myself." "I understand how you feel. After all, life isn't fair sometimes." "It sure isn't." "Hey, I know what let's do," Alfred cried, slapping his hand on DJ's back. "What?" "We could visit the dam, or at least the town of Yellow Dog." "Why should we do that?" "You could interview some people out there on how they feel about the dam and their town going to be under hundreds of feet of water. Mr. Kirsten would like that. He likes human interest stuff, you know. Maybe he'll give you some extra money to help pay your vet bill." DJ started to shake his head, but Alfred plunged on. "You promised your folks you'd let the sheriff department handle those people and their dogs. So let's just give the deputies the knockers' names and let them take care of everything. What do you say?" "I don't know, Alfred. I'm so mad at what they did to Hero. I want to do something to them myself." What was it Mrs. Stagg said in Sunday school a week or so ago about the Bible saying, "Be ye angry and sin not"? Remember? I remember. I'm so upset. Oh, well, if the deputies will do something. He let his voice trail off as he pushed open the front door to the small sheriff's substation. Through the opening of the glass partition, DJ told the lone uniformed woman officer that he'd found out the names of the people whose dogs had attacked Hero. DJ didn't know where they lived, though. The woman deputy was sympathetic, but not very helpful. That's the animal control officer's responsibility, but he's still in the eastern end of the county. I'll take your number and have him contact you the next time he's back in the office. DJ felt his insides churn, that means turn, with frustration. Then, can I see a man who was jailed? Mr. Ziering was arrested on suspicion of a bomb threat. Sorry, boys, but minors aren't allowed to visit prisoners. DJ was already feeling steamed up when he and Alfred walked out. DJ cried, "See, I can't get to see the Hermit, so I can't interview him. That means I can't get paid for the story, so I've got no money to repay Brother Paul, plus whatever else I'll owe the vet." Now, DJ broke in, waving his arms. Nothing's being done about the Knockers and their dog either. They could skip the county without ever anything being done to them. Alfred spoke quietly and said, "When you calm down, would you think about the yellow dog and the dam site?" "Yeah, we should check things out in both places, but it's too late today. It'll be dark soon," DJ replied. The boys agreed to meet early the next morning for the walk to the dam site. Mom greeted DJ as he came in about dusk. She was seated at the kitchen table, clipping coupons from magazines. She saved a few cents on many items by trading in the coupons at the supermarket in Indian Springs. She looked up and greeted her stepson. "Mr. Kirsten phoned just a minute ago. He wants you to call him at home right away, please." The thought of what Mr. Kirsten would say because DJ hadn't interviewed Zirk Ziering made the boy nervous. But when the editor came on the line, his voice was cheerful. "Oh, DJ, thanks for calling me back. I need to fill you in on the bomb threat you asked me about on the phone. Well, now that the dam's close to completion, someone threatened to dynamite it. I guess you know about your friend the Hermit being arrested as the suspect in that threat." The boy sighed with relief that the editor wasn't angry at him. "Yes, Mr. Kirsten interrupted. "Well, obviously you didn't have time to get that interview before now, but he's out, so you can." DJ exclaimed, "He's out of jail?" "Yes. Now you get down to his shack." DJ couldn't help interrupting. He remembered a term he'd heard around the newspaper and sheriff's office when he was doing his job as a stringer. "You mean they let him out on his own recognition?" "Oh no, there's no way they'd let somebody out on his own recognition after being charged with making a bomb threat. Mr. Ziering made bail." "Bail?" "Yeah, somebody put up money to guarantee the Hermit will return for a hearing at an appointed time. But I didn't think Mr. Ziering had a dime to his name." "Probably doesn't." DJ Somebody just posted the money for him. Who would do that? I don't know. Why? Well, the boy said slowly into the receiver, Alfred and I were there when Mr. Ziering was arrested, and he told us he didn't have a friend in the world. So who would have posted bail? And why would anyone want to get him out of jail? Ask him when you see him. Find him and try to get an interview before Tuesday afternoon. DJ sighed. Yes, Mr. Kirsten. Oh, one more thing. Please be careful. I know the Hermit likes you, but don't upset him any more than he already is. He won't hurt me. Well, he might hurt somebody. I talked to the jailer today, and he told me that Hermit nearly went crazy being locked up. DJ nodded. He could understand how a man who lived in the mountains would hate a tiny jail cell. The editor continued, From what I heard, the Hermit is mad at the world. He's already got the reputation of being an ornery old cuss living by himself all these years, but he was really mad today. Swore he would never again be locked up. DJ felt a sense of concern for the old man. He just wants to be left alone out in the woods. Probably so, but the deputy told me the Hermit threatened the sheriff's office had better not ever come for him again. So DJ, maybe he's mad enough to try blowing up the dam. He's got the experience to do it. He used to be a powder monkey, I heard. The boy nodded. I know, but I think he's innocent. I think someone's trying to frame him. Frame him? Why? I don't know. But I think he's a nice guy. Not mean and nasty like people say. Why, if it hadn't been for him, my dog would have died when old Satchelfoot, the editor, interrupted again. I've got a call coming in on the other line. I need that interview, but I don't want you to take any foolish chances. Call me after you talk to the Hermit, and I'll help you write the story. Oh. Your byline, of course, and your money. Bye now. DJ hung up, frowning in deep thought. Mom looked up from where she finished clipping the coupons at the kitchen table. Something wrong, DJ? He told her what the editor had said. Mom stacked the clipped magazines neatly on the table and carried the coupons to a drawer under the drain board. Maybe Mr. Ziering has friends he doesn't know about. DJ shook his head so his unruly blonde hair flipped back and forth across his forehead. I don't think so. Then what else could it be? DJ leaned against the refrigerator thinking. Suddenly, a thought came to him. It was so wild, DJ pushed himself away from the refrigerator so hard it rocked. DJ, what on earth? Mom, what if somebody's really going to blow up the dam? Mr. Ziering? And Mr. Ziering was blamed. He's already been put in jail on suspicion. I mean, the officers found the dynamite at his place and all. Mom smiled patiently. DJ, why would someone want to get Mr. Ziering blamed for something like that? I think your imagination has blown this whole thing into something that it's not. What else could it be? He demanded. Well, I don't know, but I'm sure it's not. DJ broke in. Just the same, I've got to tell Mr. Ziering what I think. Not tonight. It would be dark before you got back to his shack. And back to here. I could take a flashlight. Into the river canyon? I'm sorry, no. Mom pulled a yellow flowered apron from the middle drawer under the drain board. Now you better put on that report. Mrs. Stagg asked you to write about Easter. Reluctantly, DJ started for his bedroom, but a sense of urgency and excitement gripped him. What if someone really planning to blow up the dam and frame the hermit? And if he resists going back to jail, he will look really guilty. Boy, I've got to talk to him first thing tomorrow morning. I hope it's not too late. That's where we'll stop for now. Well, it's Sabbath. I hope you have a blessed one, a very happy one. I want to pray blessings on you and yours, in your house, out of your house, in the day and the night, whatever you do, keep dreaming.